Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, do we have music now? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gaurachandra, Gaurachandra, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gaurachandra, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gaurachandra, Gaurachandra, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Nityananda, Nityananda, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Nityananda Gauranga, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gaurachandra, Gaurachandra, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Gaurachandra, Gaurachandra, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Gaurachandra, Gaurachandra, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Here we are. Round 3, round 2. Hare Krishna. Nityananda, 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 Nitai Gaurachandra, Nitai Gaurachandra, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gaurachandra, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gaurachandra, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gaurachandra, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Nityananda, 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 Gaurachandra, Gaurachandra, Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna. Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Nityananda, Krishna Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Krishna, 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 Radha, 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 Radha. Radha, 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 Krishna, 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 Radha, 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 Radhe, 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 Radha, Radha, Nityananda, 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 Gauranga, 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 Gaurachandra, 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 Gauranga, 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 Gaurachandra, 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 Gaurachandra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Radha, Krishna 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 Radha, Radhe Radhe Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Krishna, Gauranga, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. I don't know what it says. I can't read it. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita, Gadadhar, Shri Vasari, Gaura, Bhakta-vrinda, Nityananda, 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 Gaura Chandra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Hari Nityananda Gora Chandra Goranga, 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 Goranga. Goranga, Goranga, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra. Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Goranga, Goranga. Goranga, 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 Goranga. Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra. Goranga, Goranga, Goranga. Goranga, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra. Goranga, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna, Chaitanya, Shri Krishna, Chaitanya, Shri Krishna, Chaitanya. Shri Krishna, Chaitanya, Shri Krishna, Chaitanya. Shri Krishna, Chaitanya, Shri Krishna, Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari. Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, 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 Radha, 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 Radha. Radha, 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 Radha. Radha, 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 Krishna, 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 Krishna. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Chaitanya Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Chaitanya Shri Krishna, Chaitanya Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Chaitanya, Shri Krishna, Chaitanya, Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda, Hare Krishna, Gauranga, Nityananda. Govinda, you can come in if you want. Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna, Gauranga, Nityananda, Sri Krishna, Chaitanya. How about a little Krishna book again today? Why not? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Govinda. There he is. A little bit more Stealing the Cowherd Boys. Stealing of the Boys and the Calves by Brahma. At that time, the calves that were pasturing nearby entered into the deep forest, allured by new grasses, and gradually went out of sight. When the boys saw the calves were not nearby, they became afraid for their safety, and they immediately cried out, Krishna, Krishna is the killer of fear personified. Everyone is afraid of fear personified, but fear personified is afraid of Krishna. By crying out the word Krishna, the boys at once transcended the fearful condition. Out of his great affection, Krishna did not want his friends to give up their pleasing lunch engagement and go searching for the calves. He therefore said, My dear friends, you need not interrupt your lunch. Go on enjoying. I'm going personally where the calves are, and thus Krishna immediately started to search out the calves in the caves and the bushes. He searched in the mountain holes and the nearby forests, but nowhere could he find them. At that time, Aghasura was killed, and the demigods were looking on the incident with great surprise. Brahma, who was born out of the lotus flower growing out of the navel of Vishnu, also came to see. He was surprised how a little boy like Krishna could act so wonderfully. Although he was informed that the little cowherd boy was the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he wanted to see more glorified pastimes of the Lord. Thus he stole all the calves and the cowherd boys and took them to a different place. Lord Krishna, therefore, in spite of searching for the calves, could not find them, and he even lost his boyfriends on the bank of the Yamuna, where they had been taking their lunch. In the form of a cowherd boy, Lord Krishna was very little in comparison to Brahma. But because he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he could immediately understand that all the calves and the boys had been stolen by Brahma. Krishna thought, Brahma has taken away the boys and the calves. How can I alone return to Vrindavan? The mothers will be aggrieved. Therefore, in order to satisfy the mothers of his friends, as well as to convince Brahma of the supremacy of the personality of Godhead, He immediately expanded himself as the cowherd boys and the calves. In the Vedas, it is said that the Supreme Personality of Godhead expands himself in so many living entities by his energy. Therefore, it is not very difficult for him to expand himself, again, in so many boys and calves. He expanded himself to become exactly like the boys, who were of different features, facial, bodily construction, and who were different in their clothing and ornaments, and in their behavior and personal activities. In other words, everyone has different tastes for being an individual soul. Each person has entirely different activities and behavior. Yet Krishna exactly expanded himself into the different positions of the individual boys. He also became the calves, who are also of different sizes, colors, and activities. This was possible because everything is an expansion of Krishna's energy. In the Vishnu Purana it is said, Parasya Brahma Shakti, whatever we actually see in the cosmic manifestation, be it matter or the activities of the living entities, is simply an expansion of the energies of the Lord, as heat, light are different expansions of fire. Thus, expanding himself as the boys and the calves in their individual capacities, and surrounded by such expansions of himself, Krishna entered the village of Vrindavan. Residents had no knowledge of what had happened. After entering the village of Vrindavan, all the calves entered their respective cowsheds, and the boys also went to their respective mothers and homes. Out of intense maternal affection for the calves, although they were not their own calves, these cows had their own calves, and their calves that were grazing beneath Govardhan Hill were larger. They were not expected to drink milk directly from the milk bag, but were satisfied with the grass. Yet all the cows came immediately and began to lick their bodies. And the calves also began to suck milk from their milk bags, which appeared to be a great bondage of affection between the cows and the calves. See, that's a mutual attraction. So their attraction was increased, and the calves also being like um, Krishna. Also, Krishna was in that form of the calves, so they were like even more eager to drink the milk. That's a mutual thing. Yeah. When the cows were running down from the top of Govardhan, the men who were taking care of them tried to stop them. Elderly cows are taken care of by men, and the calves are taken care of by the boys. And as far as possible, the calves kept separate from the cows, so that the calves do not drink all the available milk. Mm. Therefore, the men who were taking care of the cows on top of the Govardhan Hill tried to stop them, but they failed. Baffled by their failure, they were feeling ashamed uh, and angry. They were unhappy, but they came down and saw their children taking care of the calves. They all of a sudden became very affectionate toward the children. It was very astonishing. Although the men came down disappointed, baffled, and angry, as soon as they saw their own children, their hearts melted with great affection. At once their anger, dissatisfaction, unhappiness disappeared. They began to show parental love for the children, and with great affection they lifted them in their arms and embraced them. They began to smell their children's head and enjoy their company with great happiness. After embracing their children, the men took the cows back to the top of Govardhan Hill. Along the way, they began to think of their children, and affectionate tears fell from their eyes. Mm, mm. See, that's the thing. I don't know. I've never had any children, but I don't know how many tears come to the eyes. Maybe some of you have had children and everything. When you think of your children, do you start crying like that? Or see the Krishna appeared as the cows, the calves, and the cows. Was it the cows and the calves and the cowherd boys? So the affection increased in their fathers for the children because it was actually like Krishna. Just like here, if you think of Krishna, you're not you're in say in parental affection. If you have that, Ross, then your affection would increase more than it is for your regular children. See, because it's for Krishna, and so your affection increases even more, and it's more pure too, of course. And actually, if your child is actually realized soul or Krishna, then their affection for you, because you're a devotee, would also be increased like that. Amy says, "Yeah, it's really hard to hard to have children. It's really hard to love someone so much, even the way I love my mom." Okay. When I was born, my parents were crying, and my dad said, "Now I am sure I want two children." I was number three. Ah, yeah. Ah. So when Balaram saw this extraordinary, affectionate to thinking, yeah. When Balaram saw this extraordinary exchange of affection between the cows and their calves and between the fathers and their children, when neither the calves nor the children needed so much care, he began to wonder why this extraordinary thing happened. He was astonished to see all the residents of Vrindavan so affectionate for their own children, exactly as they had been for Krishna. Exactly, yeah. So Balaram, therefore, concluded that the extraordinary show of affection was something mystical, either performed by the demigods or by some powerful man. Otherwise, how could this wonderful change take place? He concluded that this mystical change must have been caused by Krishna, whom Balaram considered his worshipable personality of Godhead. He thought it was arranged by Krishna, and even I could not check its mystic power. Thus, Balaram understood that all those boys and calves were only expansions of Krishna. Balaram inquired from Krishna about this actual situation. Uh, He said, "My dear Krishna, in the beginning I thought that all these cows and calves and cowherd boys were either great sages and saintly persons or demigods. But at the present it appears that they are actually your expansions. They are all you. You yourself are playing as the calves and the cows and boys." Uh-huh. Now you notice people don't actually have any idea what is a bona fide spiritual master. They cannot. Well, I can't say anybody, but generally, because a real spiritual master or a real associate of the Lord takes hold of them and actually it's like becomes them. And that's why the Shastras say the Lord appears in these different features. One is a plenary person like Balaram. It's like they consider second expansion, or Advaita Charya, yeah, or Vishnu, yeah, or the energy, the bhakti. That's also an expansion of Krishna's personal energy, and also a real associate, a real devotee. The Lord is they're now considered Krishna in that form, in the form of a devotee. See, and also the spiritual master. That's why you look in chapter 1, it says that. That's why Krishna says, those who are devotees are my real devotees. Because if you develop love for a real spiritual master who is actually Krishna in that form as guru, if they're bona fide. Now, this is very rare, very hard, very rare to find something like that. Because if you do, you find it's like God has come to this earth and delivers you out of illusion, because you find your faith is reposed in the Lord again through the representative. It's just like the idea that the son represents the father, right? Even in the world, often the son has the characteristics materially of the father and mother, right? They usually carry some characteristics. So that's as this as below, so above. In the spiritual dimension, the Lord comes here in the form of a surrendered devotee. That actually represents him in this world. And if you if you develop love for a real guru who is that kind of representative, it's like you've already got the mercy of Krishna. Otherwise, you can't really have that. You'll have either indifference or aversion. That's why they're polarizing here. They truly represent the Lord's transcendental potency. So if you love the Son, that means you love the Father. See, the Son is not the Son never says that they're God per se. God is God. See, this is the Yoga Maya relationship between a devotee and the Lord. See, this is what the Lord comes to teach personally, and also through his real devotees. Yeah. And that's the idea of these books being as they are. That's why Prabhupada said, I didn't write these books. They were dictated by Krishna. They dictated, he just, did the service of the writing. It's as if Lord wrote these books. Same thing with Chaitanya Charitamrita. See, this is that very beautiful verse in chapter 1 of Book of John. The beginning was the Word was with God, the Word was God. See, that's the devotee's relationship with the Lord, that yoga maya potency. That's why if you're self-realized on the deepest level, you understand that you're eternally an individual and the Lord is an individual, and you relish each other's transcendental association forever. Okay? That's where it's all going. And many people are getting that already. You get this Bhakti Lata Bij here. That's proof that you found the real place to be, the real devotee Bhagavan. Otherwise, you wouldn't get this. Look, I was reading Bhagavan's. He does a lot of writing now, little posts, and he noticed he's got this, what's going on. And ISKCON is all fragmented. In his opinion, I don't like look too much into that, but these guys are into it. And he said, ISKCON's all fragmented, and then what happened? Prabhupada should have stayed here more years, like that. But they don't understand that that they should be looking for, that Prabhupada has not abandoned it. Abandoned. They don't understand how it works. They're still thinking, oh, Prabhupada, what happened? What happened? Prabhupada. They should be looking. Where is Prabhupada working in the disciplic line now? It would be so friggin' easy for these people. All ISKCON is going is on the verge of destruction simply because they say, well, no, we wanted it's Prabhupada and all that, but they're not getting the help they need now. See, that help is right here, right in front of their face every day on Facebook Live. That's what we're here for. I have the order of Prabhupada to help. But these people, they don't turn here, so they have to suffer like they're doing. Suffer in this disconnection, and they can't progress. Yeah, their gurus can't help them. Obviously, why is it so like that? Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's the idea of this story here. And that's why Lord Chaitanya quoted the verse, those who are my claim to be my direct devotees are not my devotees. It's those who are the devotees of my devotees, who have devotion for my representative. So that's called Guru Bhakti, right? Oh, if you have no Guru Bhakti, how can you say you're even on the right path? Yeah, that's why I say these people who leave here, they have no Guru Bhakti, or it's been broken. They start to develop, like Fernando is developing something, right? And then they break it, by their by whatever it is. Could be bad association because they're weak. They're new devotees, and sometimes that happens. He was talking about Kamsa, right? Yeah, Kamsa. He's just talking about his own situation. The Kamsa of materialistic or bad association came and dashed his Krishna child to the ground. That's the essence of what happened. He's just projecting it over here. Our Krishna is very strong and healthy and getting stronger and healthy all the time. Yeah. And the devotees here who have their problems, well, hey man, you just got to tolerate that stuff. What can I say? Spiritually, where many devotees are strong, but you may be weak in this conditioning stuff and overwhelmed a little bit by identifying yourself. Yeah, well, that's anyway. That's not you. Hey, wake up, you Arjunas out there. Wake the fuck up. That's not you. You're not that. You're a spirit soul, man. Unbreakable, unshakable. It's only conditioning of this world makes you identify that you're just, like that. That's all. And so, keep getting Krishna stronger in you, and this stuff, and you're just going to have to tolerate your lives and all of this, and you'll be out of here very shortly. Out of that consciousness, and whatever, you'll be rectified, because the real needs of man is this spiritual connection. What else hope do you guys got? We're all fucked up. I'm fucked up, but not, because I have this relationship now with the immortal Lord. This is all gravy here. I could be like, not doing things right in this world and everything. Yeah, but I just hold on, and it's natural for me. Of course, I want to hold on. I love holding on to Krishna. It's my strength. It's my energy, my life, my purification, everything. Yeah. So hold on to that, and all will be well, and even if we kind of fuck up in this world materially, we don't do our duties perfectly, right? This is the thing. We got the connection. That's the whole purpose of life. you know, you make be a Sudra, right? And then you can Sudra bodies. And the Lord said, yeah, I could use the Sudra in the Leela, man. Maybe it'll come as, what do you call that? Vidura in the Leela. He was an intimate associate of Lord Chaitanya. I ain't throwing any Amy Rose out of here. No way. Who leaves Koharidas? Clearly, only a dumbass would do that. I agree. Listen up, Fernando. Yeah, see if you can get back on track here. Just chalk it up to neophyteness, beginners. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, when Lord Chaitanya wanted to give his association to the devotees in Navadvipa, and his mother ordered him to stay in Puri. He says, "Well, I can't go anywhere now, so how can I give my associate? Oh, I'll send Jagadananda." Jagadananda was a close associate. See that closeness. So he sends Jagadananda to Navadvip, and everybody, they felt it was just like they had Lord Chaitanya's association in their house because they had a close associate. Eh? So they didn't want him. They didn't want him to leave. It was like these cows and the calves thing. The the mothers did not want their calves to leave now because Krishna had taken. So this is the idea. When Krishna takes a hold, and when you surrender to the Lord, He surrenders to you. You belong to each other forever. What do you think you're going to learn here, man? What do you think this is all about? To attain the greatest treasure of the Lord and to be His treasure. You know, the devotees are His treasure. They're more to the Lord. One devotee is more important than his very self. You know, you think we're dealing with chunk change here in this sangha? Huh, if people knew, they'd pee their pants if they knew what the hell was going on here and the opportunity they all have. Exactly. What do you think we are doing here? Absolutely, right? Absolutely. That's why this is open to everybody. You could be really fucked up, man. Most people are. You come here and and you become, in the eyes of the Lord, you become a Maserati, man. You could be an old clunker going down the road here in the material world, and you become a Maserati in the eyes of God. People don't know how this works, so we're here to inform everybody. People think it's about being a superstar devotee. Look at this. A lot of these sanghas in Gaudiya Samiti and Bharakumbha, they teach you, oh, you got to be a superstar devotee to attain Krishna's grace. They are so far off of the real track in that way. It's not like that, man. You just got to admit you're a scumbag in this world. I mean, really admit it. Deeply admit that you're a fallen soul. Oh yeah, that's it, man. You gurus, you're fallen souls. If you don't have prema, you're a fallen soul, man. Even the devotee who has prema realizes they're a fallen soul. Why the hell can't you out there? You guys out there, you big gurus out there with no prema. You can't see that's false ego, false identification. Yeah. I get great bliss and ecstasy realizing I'm a fallen soul in the world, depending on the Lord. I love it, man. That's a great truth to relish. If I'm here, I've fallen into this world, man, this world of illusion, man. The Lord is my helper. I got the helper. Anybody want the helper out there? You want to do it alone? Huh? You want to do it alone? You lonely, bitey. I can't say it. I don't want to say it. I want to keep this a clean class. I'm a jalopy, a broken car, but go Haridas and work on that jalopy. We're going to put some turbochargers on it. Jenna, I'm feeling that the false ego blocks and fucks everything up. Of course, I overcame that obstacle. If I overcame that, yeah, don't worry. You can't do it, but with the Lord, it can be done. You just keep calling Krishna, 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 and stay in this association. Yeah, and it's not a thing that you can do it. When we can't do it on our own, by and by it'll all go. All these things, you just keep worshiping Krishna and stay in sadhu sangha, and by all these obstacles will go. I mean, it's just how it works. You know, by the grace of Krishna. See, the Vrindavan mood in Vrindavan is by the grace of Krishna they overcame everything. By their relationship with Krishna, they overcame everything. By our relationship with Guru, Krishna, and the Vaishnavas, we will overcome everything. You don't need any other path, just the real Vaishnavas. And if anybody out there who's still floating around in this, this dysfunctional world and neophytes and all that, if they want, they come here and they can become purified and strong and get their attraction to Krishna awakened, get on the real path, and be protected from Maya. How are you going to be protected by Maya when you can't tell who is a real devotee with real bhakti, pure bhakti? Huh? How are you going to be protected in this world? That you means you'll just keep taking shelter of the Lord's external energies in the form of these false representatives in that way. They're representatives of the Lord, these gurus, and they're representing the Lord, but they can't do it very well. Unless you got prema, you cannot represent the Lord, very well. That Prabhupada said that. Nectar of instruction. One should be very careful to accept an uttamadikari as spiritual master, but that you good luck trying to be that on. There's so many people trying to do it on their own austerities and renunciation, and they even claim often to be uttamadikaris, but they can't even liberate one soul. In other words, the Lord is saying, that's not the real standard. The real standard is Lord Chaitanya's mercy, and only a real associate has it. And they distribute it when they get the order, and we got the order. And if you don't come to a place like that, which is very, 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 very rare, you don't get delivered. And how do you know? Well, look, all this fragmentation in Vaishnavas. They're not really connected anything except external bhakti. See, what is our qualities and qualification here? We're connected and connecting with internal bhakti. See, we're connecting to the path of making Krishna transcendentally happy. See, and just doing that day in and day out. See, and in that way we become stronger because Krishna becomes stronger inside us. It's the way it works. It's a garden here. If you don't water the flowers, they don't grow. And if you leave this garden, where's the proper soil for you to grow? That's why these guys, Minas and the Mahavir, they stay the same as they are because they don't have the proper soil to grow. Krishna cannot grow in that soil of Vaidhi and staying and not recognizing real devotees and being close to them. You know how rare this soil is here? You know how rare that tree Lord Chaitanya grew? That garden of bhakti? What do you think this is? It's the same kind of garden because it's connected to that tree. There are one out of millions of gardens like that. Yeah. Yeah. So, what else we got here? While Krishna and Balaram were talking, Brahma returned after a moment's interval, according to the duration of his life. Yeah. We have information, so he lives a long time. Compromise at 12. Okay. Similarly, 1 moment of Brahma is equal to 1 year of our solar calculation. After 1 moment of Brahma's calculation, Brahma came back to see the fun caused by stealing the boys and calves. Isn't that interesting about the time? How time is like different for the demigods and for us? This here seems like 100 years seems so long, doesn't it? That's just a couple of moments for Brahma. A few moments. He was really anxious, so he did not stay very long. He came back after a moment of his calculation. He saw that all the boys and calves were playing with Krishna in the same way as when he had come upon them, although he was confident that he had taken them and made them lie down asleep under the spell of his mystic power. Huh. Yeah. So Brahma began to think, all the boys and cows were taken away by me, and I know the calves are playing with Krishna, and the calves are playing with Krishna. Is it that they are not influenced by my mystic power? Have they been playing continually for 1 year with Krishna? He didn't. It was like it was beyond his own ability, his own mystic power. This is what's going on in the world. See, Brahma has everybody asleep under the his mystic power. See? So what does Krishna do? He's the one who wakes us up out of the mystic power of the demigods, putting us to sleep under the modes of nature, right? Brahma, Shiva, and Vishnu are all, being maintained by the material energies, the mystic power of the demigods. So how do we wake up, man? See? Krishna is above everything. He's the supreme personality of Godhead. And one who is attached to this Krishna is the most fortunate person in the universe, all the universes, because Krishna is above all the demigods. He's above Vishnu. Vishnu also meditates on Krishna. In the pastimes, it talks about that. He called Arjuna and Krishna. He said, I want to see him. You see, Vishnu didn't only want to see Krishna, he wanted to see Arjuna. That's the position of a real devotee of Krishna and Lord Chaitanya. Even Vishnu wants to see them. That's why even Krishna says my devotee is I consider better than myself. That's his view. Huh. I'm ready to wake up and get out of this. Okay. Brahma tried to understand that they were who they were and how they were uninfluenced by his mystic power, and that's how it is. That's a devotee in this world. Everybody is influenced by the mystic power of the demigods, except a real devotee. They're influenced by Krishna's transcendental potency. That's why they walk in this world nonchalant, carefree, especially after they get over their conditionings, more or less. We might not be able to get over all of our conditions, but you more or less that's what's going on here. People get it after a while. You see how ridiculous it is to be weak in this world when you got Krishna. It bleeds over in this world. You become strong, and people see. You're not. This thing. It's just a temporary thing. I remember I went through a phase where I had to clean out a lot of shit, man. I stayed at hot springs for 6 months, just crying and getting all kinds of stuff out. Just doing massage class and getting massages. Sitting in hot tubs. Just did a lot of stuff. Yeah. Yeah, you got to get this conditioning out. It's just yeah, and then after a while, it's like what you are, spirit, becomes more translated here, and people see the strength also in this world. You're not like split. It's really heavily conditioned, and so it just takes a while. You just tolerate it and just keep going on with your worship. Don't take this stuff so seriously. It's just stuff, it's just getting cleansed, and you got to get it out. So it's good. People are starting to do that now. You just keep getting it out. It's like you get the spirit. It starts to come in here, and we got a lot of some dirty water in there, and it forces it out. Just let it come out. No problem. Yeah. And then it's like more. So we're all working, whatever level we're at, doing it. Yeah. Yeah, and then the less the conditioning affects your message, because otherwise it gets slanted by the conditioning. Material conditioning. They're still looking through the lens of this conditioning, but that will clear more and more here. See, in the Vaishnava level of the Vaishnavism as it is right now, they don't clear. They can't clear. They can't work on this. That's why Prabhupada didn't work on that. He couldn't. It was too much. What are you going to do in 11 years? We were lucky to have his books. And that's why you Vaishnavas in ISKCON and Gaudiya, all of your groups, I wasn't impressed with anybody there in those groups, really, that with their spiritual development. They need to look for this. Krishna is not abandoned. You just have to recognize we're doing the best we can from here. It's when people recognize within here that the help is already here, man. We've been, helping since 1996 here in this. But you see how long it takes for people to realize the help is here, man. The firemen are here to put out the fire. It's just recognize it. It's like Fani said yesterday. He says, he realized that, wow, he got the mercy when we connected many years ago. And it's just realizing it more and more. Yeah, I listened to a testimony of River just yesterday. You could that is valid for if she was here, it's the same thing. I'm doing the same preaching I did many years ago, more or less. Same preaching, no difference. Yeah. Amy says, I am no longer Amy. I am a doll for God. Well, you're Krishna's doll. You're Krishna. And a doll has to, it's not just, a rag doll is somebody just, just kind of just goes like this, and the doll is just going like that. No, it's participation. So you're Krishna's doll. So you got to doll yourself up for Krishna. You got to interact with Krishna. You got to attract him. How women attract, men and stuff like that. You got to do something. Got to participate. How are you going to attract? You should be thinking, how am I going to attract? I'm Krishna's doll, man. You know how they call it. It's an American expression. Hey, she's a doll. Man. She's my doll. My girl. She's my girl, man. You're Krishna's girl. Well, you gotta attract that guy. You're not a rag doll in this thing. It is not influenced by mystic power. They have been playing continually for 1 year with Krishna. Brahma tried to understand who they were and how they were uninfluenced by his mystic power. Yeah, that's very easy. He even Brahma was, how is that so? Well, because they were surrendered to Krishna. The spiritual energy, those cowherd boys were devotees of Krishna. They are not under the jurisdiction of the material potency. And that's why you need to find somebody like that in this world. Who they're influenced by the transcendental potency of the Lord, and the material energy doesn't have any jurisdiction over them. That's where the real shelter. That's where the umbrella is. That's where the mushroom is up there. That's a person attracted to the pastimes of the Lord. What do you think you learn here? How to become attracted to Krishna? That's the big lesson here. How to become attracted to Krishna. Because if you are, then Krishna becomes your shelter. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, his name becomes your shelter, becomes your method of preferred method of purification. It becomes your inspiration. It becomes your shield. It becomes your sword. Is that relationship with that Supreme Lord? People overcome everything in this relationship. Don't tell me there's any rule that kind of person has to follow. Or don't tell them they have to eat this or don't eat that. No. They have their purification is more powerful than 1,000 rules, 1,000,000 rules, following 1,000,000 rules, simply because of their attachment to Krishna. That's it. Bas, voila. That's all you have to do. Okay? And that's following in the footsteps of where you get the ability. You come here, you'll get the ability to follow in the footsteps of the residents of Vrindavan. Otherwise, not. If you're like not getting this connection and this attraction to Krishna, this is why all you persons out there, you fucked up persons out there, and admittedly fucked up and acting fucked up sometimes, you will overcome all that fucked upness simply by your attachment to Krishna. All you do is go on worshiping Krishna, and just with that kind of faith, yeah, and you'll overcome everything. And not only worshiping Krishna, you don't lose. Hopefully, if you lose faith in Krishna, he'll spank you. And if you're really sincere, you'll get over that stupidity. Well, my guru, he's not perfect. He doesn't treat me right. He eats this. He eats that. He's not supposed to eat this. He did this to me. See, so this is why I love this. This is why the summum bonum, the 10th canto, is really it, man. It's about attachment to Krishna and overcoming all our obstacles simply by that attachment to Krishna, simply by coming regularly and doing our duty of hearing, chanting, remembering. Will overcome everything. Faith in that path. What other thing? Where else can you go? Wait, go back to the Vites? You're going to get, you're going to overcome something that way? Go to Buddhism, go to Christianity. Have you? So many Christians are all screwed up, man. They're not clear about anything, even with a little ecstasy they may have. But at night, the snow. Okay, what is this here? Brahma tried to understand how they were uninfluenced by his mystic power. See? Because, devotees, they come under the influence of Krishna's mystic power. See, the demigods have mystic power. Brahma has mystic power. The Lord also has mystic power. See? And we just need to come under the higher mystic power of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, not Brahma's thing. We got to overcome Brahma's thing, but the only way we can do it is by surrendering to Krishna. But you can't do that directly. Therefore, the Lord comes as guru, a real guru, so that you get the clear truth. Otherwise, everybody is misled more or less in this world by unexperienced associates of the Lord, who don't know all these details and intricacies and confidential truths, which you must know to overcome this mystic power of Brahma and all this other bullshit going on in this world. Hey, Ray Davies. Oh, good. They're here. Come in here. Yeah, that's good. Come here often, man. Come and understand what's going on here. You want a second chance and second life? Well, you got to understand what's going on here, man. And if you get it, Krishna might give you some more years. He can do anything. I don't know. But this is your best shot. Matter of fact, even if he didn't, if you understood, Ray, and everybody else, what's really going on here and the opportunity that you have, and what you get, and that connection and that real deep understanding of the Supreme Lord, it wouldn't matter if you left. You'd be like Mars Pariksit, man. My God, I found the real Krishna by finding the real Guru, man. And all I have to do is to listen, because I'm really attracted to hearing all these amazing topics that cannot be spoken by anybody else but a close associate of the Lord. And I found that treasure in this world. Go on speaking, the truth, man, and let that snake bird, or let me die in 2 minutes or 2 days. Doesn't matter, man. I found the treasure, the pearl of great price Jesus was talking about. That's how it is. And then it won't matter whether you have a day or two, or if you want to live more, and the Lord agrees, it won't matter. You've attained life's ultimate goal. That's what it's all about, and you will realize that whether you have a day, or just like St. Paul, he said, "Hey, if I die, I go to Jesus, man. I'm in that kingdom already." And I'll just go there. If I stay, good for you. You get to hear some more preaching. That's how it is, man. I already got my Narada Muni. I can chant like him. That's all I need. I'm done. Okay? Everything is icing on the cake. Many of you are getting to that point. Even though you have qualities in the world, you're still a little fucked up. No problem. Even with being like that, you drop this body, it's finished. But you got your soul, man. You got your wings. Like they say in these movies, when they die, you got your wings. You got your wings, man. Wings is that relationship with the Lord. Our needs are spiritual. The Lord is saying, "Hey, man, just find the parampara, get connected with the Supreme Lord now by affection, and you're done." Really, everything else is icing and gravy. The better we get in this world, the more people maybe will be attracted and will add to the kingdom, like that. That's it. That's it, man. That's it. So that Ray and everybody else, just come, stay here, and listen attentively and see what's going on. Krishna will bless you with this realization. It's the essence of all realizations, is attachment to Krishna, and that's here. And I have not found it anywhere else like to this extent. It is very powerful here. It'll get us through everything. It gets me through everything. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. You feel you got more to do, yeah. But at night, the snow has no silver glitter, nor does the glowworm have an illuminating power during the daytime. Similarly, when the small mystic power exhibited by Brahma was before the mystic power of Krishna, it was just like snow, love a glowworm. And you see, the real preaching of Krishna consciousness that we do here, we take the Bhagavatam. That's like taking Krishna, Brahma's mystic powers and Shiva's powers and Vishnu's powers, and putting them on the backdrop, and where you can see the difference between the mystic power and influence of Krishna's transcendental potency on the backdrop of the illusory material temporary potency. That's how it's done here. We're not here in the time when Brahma actually came and saw Krishna and did these things that way. It's already recorded. That's all we need are the mantras. People become saints just by chanting these mantras and realizing the difference between spirit and matter. Not only just spirit, that I'm spirit, I'm one with God, I'm God, and all this other bullshit of the effulgence of that level of self. No, that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, we're his eternal servants, meant to taste his association and him tasting ours and being very happy in that, where the Lord becomes more beautiful by associating with the Lord, and the and the Lord's becomes more beautiful by associating with a devotee. And we do it publicly so that people can see it. Right? Isn't it? We do it publicly, and then they can see the Lord becomes more beautiful by the words spoken by that devotee, because they're a real devotee and they speak the transcendental word of God that delivers your buttocks out of this stupid illusion. See? Not the word of the snake. You can that if that's your God, that snake, man, that's the world. That's under the mystic power, the creation here and destruction and the maintenance. That word keeps you in this loop of the cycle of birth, and it's like a loop. You keep looping, limping through the world. See, this word is the word of transcendental word of God. It delivers people. That's why people get delivered here and nowhere else. Narayan Raj couldn't even make one person like we make 3s and 4s and 5s here. And we're not finished, obviously. Amy says, yeah, Guru is right. He is already above this material shit. He is carrying out this thing. Well, I stay above it by preaching, by standing up. See, I understand. I stand under Govardhan, the name of Krishna, the name of Lord Chaitanya, Nityananda. Nityananda's a good one. He's the guru of gurus. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm nothing. I'm just an ant. But the Lord gives me. I get even maybe a little overly proud sometimes. I'm a little proud of being, under this potency, to be attached to this Krishna. It's so powerful, it's so wonderful. You become a god of fortune, man. You become fortunate in this world, and you make others to me, your good fortune is if you become attached to Krishna's name and pastimes, and you can chant with tears and laughter and choking up because you love that spontaneous love of God manifests in your heart. That's it, the end all, be all of Krishna consciousness. Now you know what Krishna consciousness is all about, is tasting the name of God. That's what it is. That's your guru, man. Anybody who chants like that in a mature way, too, it'd be better. Otherwise, you got to have a certain level of maturity in that, too. All right. Okay. Who wants to come up? We'll put some people up here. So who's here that has the link? You have the link, Govinda? Yeah. Okay, put the link up. And so whoever wants to come live, feel free. Yeah. Want to participate? Is your conditioning still in the way? You feel, I can't come up because you feel like that? Okay, well, keep listening. You want to participate? You want to feel some adventure, man? You want to do some real preaching, man? Or you just still in the bleachers out there. Do you want to play ball, anybody? You know? Are you afraid of Gohari Das? You afraid he might get down on me like that? Still, we'll keep listening. Stay in the bleachers, watch the game. Somebody might come up. I don't know. Anyway, there's the link. I'm afraid to go on. You might say something. You might expose my false ego, and I don't know. Maybe, hey man, if any of us have any false identification, let it be. Let it come up. Let us get free. I'm not afraid of you. I am more afraid of myself. You can't be afraid of yourself. You can only be afraid of the false ego. Yeah. Yeah. Ray Davis, people still asleep in this hospital. Okay. I would come up. I have to come. Okay. Another day. Another time. Yeah. Maybe somebody will. Maybe you go in the other room, you come on. At least we'll prime the pump here.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Okay, good. We got Hari. He's a guy changes his name a lot. He's Hari today. All right, Hari. Yeah. What's the word today, man?
The word is good morning, grand rising, Hare Krishna. All glories to you, Srila Gaura Haridas Acharya. Thank you for your association. I love being in your rays. I love feeling your rays. And I just want to be in your association and in the association of your disciples and friends. Yeah.
Any false ego problems lately?
Sometimes, yeah.
Something? Yeah.
The false
How's
ego
that
wants
show up for you? How's that
to,
show up?
it doesn't want to appear. It doesn't want to be available. It wants to block everything.
Oh, really? Like
Wants to
just
take me
block it?
away. Yeah.
Yeah.
It wants to take me away from you, and it wants to take me away from your disciples, from your friends.
Ah.
So that's what the false ego wants to do.
Yeah. How does it do that? What excuses does it make for you to?
It doesn't want me to show my videos. That's like I'm not supposed to show, how sensitive, or what the sensitive topics, this what I'm showing, what I'm presenting you through chanting and whatever. It doesn't want me to show it.
Uh-huh.
So yeah.
Oh. Yeah. So it doesn't want you to show it. Yeah. Well, yeah. But do you get bad feedback on it, on the videos or anything? Or?
No, only
No?
good feedback.
Only good feedback. No,
Yeah.
it's yeah.
But the false ego is a bitch.
Yeah. Still, yeah. Yeah, you're probably kind of a shy guy naturally, right?
He's always like deletes his Facebook and stuff, or he's always like re-friend requesting people. Like I
Yeah.
just got a new friend request from you actually the other day. Like,
Exactly.
what the
That's what the
fuck?
false
I was
ego
like,
is doing.
what? You deleted us again? Like seriously? Like how many times? How many times?
Nah, it's just fucking around, It's just like testing, like aggravating. That's what it's.
He's too cool for us. He's too cool for school.
No, the false ego
Too
isn't
cool
too
for
cool for
school.
you. It just wants to fuck around.
I'm just kidding.
Oh,
I'm playing.
it's kind of a little mischief maker, huh?
It is. Absolutely. And I remember asking you in Austin when we were with Freddie outside walking around.
Yeah.
If I stop chanting the Maha Mantra because of the false ego, it'll pop up, and that's what's happening. Just like you said this morning, you have to chant Krishna, 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 and it'll disappear.
So can you explain that further? Because I don't actually understand what you're saying. Like when you're talking about this, like what kind of false ego is picking up so much like
The
feedback?
mischievous one. The mischievous one. You know, the one that wants to aggravate. You know, when you feel vulnerable,
Uh-huh.
yeah, you want to act it out. That's the false ego feeling. You know, feeling aggravated because the real self. I don't know, Gurudev. Does the real self feel vulnerable in that situation?
Well, there's different things we got to do. Like sometimes you might need to be vulnerable, like with whatever. See, instead of like this is false ego, this is that kind of an integrated. Just be yourself. Don't make separations. Just whatever you are in the moment, just be into that. Just put it out. Just act it out. Actually, even this would be better. Then you're congruent. You're not like in this separation of this a false. There you go. It's kind of a mind thing still. Just kind of be yourself, whatever that is. Um,
Like what you always say, like be spontaneous. Like you
yeah.
remember we always talk about like being spontaneous. Like that was a word you
Mhm.
used to use. Like if this is what you feel, just be like yourself. Like,
Yeah.
and I think that that's good. But a lot of the time, I think what happens with Janardhan, unfortunately, is like because we live in a material world, like,
Mhm.
and this material world does influence us. So we're
Mhm.
like we're still acting within this realm.
Mhm.
Am
Mhm.
I right or am I wrong? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't want to say the
Absolutely. Yeah, we're in this
like
realm,
with
man.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, but do you agree with me, Janardhan? Like, are you feeling that way? Like a little bit, like possibly like there's other influences coming in that's making I don't know, like I don't know what the word is, like not embarrassed, but
Um, like I have to be careful because I work
apprehensive is a good word. Apprehensive.
I work in the public area, so I have to be careful what I expose of myself.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
one thing.
That's
Yeah,
that's a
that's one.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
that's
knew
a
that was the
considerable.
case
That's
because
Yeah.
he's
that's
Yeah.
yeah, because he works I don't want to like I'm not trying to expose you like or anything, but with in an arena where there's the public, you
Yeah.
know, children and stuff of that nature. So I mean, so he's guarding himself in
Oh
his
yeah, you got to be practical like that too. Yeah. 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 It
and I
makes
think
sense.
that that's good to talk about in a way, right? Just because that is part of it, and we're on a mission for God here, like I mean, this is what we're doing. But as well, we are all like all of us are working within an arena of our own lives, like
Mhm.
um a material like he's got his own thing, like I have my own thing. I mean, I'm other people, everybody else has their own like little things going on. I'm
Mhm.
sorry. Is it
Mhm.
me? Sorry. Oh, it's because of the okay, I see the feedback came from the now I feel anyway, like that made sense, right? What I said, like, so we're all coming at this from a certain standpoint, and I think that that's understandable, and that we have to work through that, and that's something that we all have to work through. Like, I talk to so many devotees here, and we're all like, everybody is, everybody's doing the best they can, is really what it is, and we're all coming at it from different standpoints, and different life material situations. I'm sorry. I don't want to talk anymore. I feel really embarrassed all of a sudden.
please do, Amy. Come on.
Yeah. Please. I just have my thing muted so I can hear you.
Oh yeah, I know. It just all of a sudden it was really silent, and I felt yeah. That's all I wanted to say was mm,
Okay. I'll let the squeaking go on. Go on.
um no I don't know why I came on this live. I just do these things.
I like
Um,
I like how you are. Whatever you
Thank
are,
you.
it's great.
You're so nice to me. He's so nice to me. He's always being nice to me. I'm like, I don't even know why anybody would be that way to me, but that's
Why?
really
Why? Because you're a beautiful being.
okay. Ah,
Is that bad? Did I say that? That
no,
was
that's really nice. But try to continue formulating my thoughts that I was saying was
okay.
just about Jannar talk about. And I think that that's where he's coming from. It's just that, like, there's like we're all coming from this from a different material standpoint, and I know that that can be hard a little bit to integrate. I think integration would be the word I'm looking for. Like
Mhm.
how do I integrate that part of my life and this part of my life? And maybe Janarda can like help me out when I'm, go ahead. Am I right or am I wrong? Or how do you feel about what I just said? Like,
Exactly. And that's why if I constantly chant, I can stay in the vibration, in that higher vibration. But if I don't, I'm going to drop down, and the false ego is going to have the chance to win over and act out.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Would that be so bad if your false ego acted out?
Yeah, because it fucks up a lot of things.
What
And
does
it
it
blocks
do?
and it
yeah,
blocks my
like
association
what?
also.
Oh,
What does it do? Yeah.
yeah. What
It'll
does
just
it
cut
do?
you off. It'll just cut you off. And afterwards I'll feel sorry, but it's too late
It,
then.
it makes you retreat back into like a different area,
Yeah.
like away
Yeah.
from this
Son.
place,
Right,
the
right.
sangha, this
Yeah.
circle,
Yeah.
circle.
Where do you go? Where do you retreat to?
I retreat back to myself, I just stay with myself and just chant by myself and go
Hmm.
into the forest and go chant whatever. No.
Hmm.
I don't interact anymore. I just cut myself off, chat by
But
myself.
you seem to never really do that, though. You always seem to be interactive, at least with me and on my posts. And like, I mean, I don't see you retreating too far.
Yeah, because I'm getting stronger. My faith is getting strong.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people are too. Like that's not just you. Like I mean, I feel that way. So I get what you're saying, and I think there's a lot of people here who are feeling very similar to what you're saying.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
And
So yeah. People have their different struggles here. There's
everybody does.
yeah. 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 And sharing, I think, is good. It helps a lot. To share these things, to share what's going
Sure.
on. Yeah.
Good sharing, like, and then when you share, you can get things out and you can relate a little bit more to people. And then all of a sudden you
Mhm.
feel less alone, and
Mhm.
less like, oh, I'm just the only one over here dealing with these things. Like, no, we're all kind of like feeling that way. In a way, I know we're all like in a different space or a different like arena, or kind of like thing, but in a way we're very much more the same than we are different. And I
Hmm.
think it's really important to realize that
Mhm.
sometimes. I like to share. It's like I love like sharing with Janardon and Sim or Tom or Lolita.
Mhm.
Oh my God, do I love sharing with her? Like Mary Such. I mean, I share with Aniki, like anybody who I can. Like when we get sharings like going on,
Mhm.
and I
Mhm.
love that. Anytime I can share, it doesn't always happen as much as you want to. It's sort of like sort of spontaneous in a sense. Like you know when it's gonna happen and when it does. Like it just sort of happens, in its own. I know what it's your feedback that's bothering you, right? It's you.
No, 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 I'm looking to see if Govinda was coming on.
I know. Where is he?
Yeah,
I
I
could
don't
use
know.
his help.
Yeah, I was
Govinda,
just.
it's your turn now. I like the tag team. Tag team. Come on, Govinda. But
Yeah.
no, it's so great when we can all like just share with each other and relate. Even like me fighting with Bonnie.
Mhm.
That was hard. Out like I'm not gonna lie, like cried that one out. You know what I mean? Like had to go through a little bit of that because he's like
Mhm.
you're a blabbermouth, and you're right. I do. I have autism, so and I have ADHD. So I have something. One of my symptoms is speech.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of being silent, the first thing I'm going to do is be like talk like, and I'll stutter sometimes. I'll be like sometimes I can't even get the words out. Like
Mm-hmm.
I when I was a kid, I couldn't. I'd be like trying to talk and be like like I couldn't get the words out of my mouth. I was
Mm-hmm.
trying to because they were all there inside my brain, but it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't like my brain was not able to process this in an appropriate way. So even
Mm-hmm.
to this date, I'm how old I am. I'm not going to reveal my age because women don't do that. No, I'm just kidding.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to be 42. That was what am I saying? I'm sorry. I'm just going off on a tangent.
No,
But
no, no.
I sometimes like have problems getting my words out and expressing myself.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that can sometimes come into hyperspeech. So when Fonnie called me a blabbermouth, like I got a little bit offended, because I felt really stupid, like, oh my God, like, I didn't want to come on these darn live streams, make myself sound stupid and and like and speech and do all these things. So that was embarrassing for me. But you know what? I
Mm-hmm.
think it's really good for other people to realize that, like, if I can embarrass myself, then you can too, right? It's all in good fun.
Mm-hmm.
There he is. I have to plug my thing in, so I'm just gonna.
Yeah, just grabbing some sound recordings to put some
Mm-hmm.
ambient music to mix it. So I took the opportunity of Amy, you sharing there, and we can make some videos and put the devotees into well, probably some ambient music. The feedback works with that sort of thing. So I captured you on video. That's what I was doing. So I took that opportunity because devotional service, man, I love that. I'm realizing that it's eternal. It goes on and on. It's beyond this body, and that's a big thing, because I think I've shared there was a point when I thought, well, I've got to do 2,000 books. I set myself these goals, but that's a material kind of thing. It's a material thing. Like you work in a factory, you have goals to achieve. Those have gone. I like to do as much service as I possibly can do.
Mm-hmm.
And Janardhan, I just want to share back to you. For me personally, my experience is the interaction of devotees is the churning and the flavour. I also live out in the forest, and I do interact with people. But the interaction of devotees brings this stuff and out. Sometimes, personally, this is my experience. When I'm in the forest, I don't really grapple with that stuff. It's only when I meet the devotees and Rajiv was sharing to me recently, he would ask you about coming to Wales, man. I would welcome you both, and stuff might come up and out between, but it's okay. Stuff comes out when it actually is sweeter than you might imagine it's going to be like this, aggressive or whatever. But honestly, in the association of devotees, my experience is it becomes very, very sweet. It's a sweetening when we meet. I want to meet you. I'd love to meet you. I'd love to meet Amy. I'd love to meet Rajiv. These are people you've all supported me and helped me on my journey, And the other day, sharing with Pani and Noodles, they're householders, but I appreciate what they do. That they give me donations so I can do books, and and I can show them the books so they can say, well, he doesn't just spend it on dancing girls or something, you know what I mean? He does actually do books and things. Anyway, kind of like
I spend it on dancing girls. I watch Amy dance all the time.
that. Well, yeah, well, that dancing girl,
I
we'll
watch her
spend it
dance.
all
I
on.
like her dance. You see, she dances so nicely.
You never even watched me dance. You've never even seen me dance.
To me, this is your dance. I like your dance. I love
Yeah,
you.
but I love dancing. That's something I love to do. So it's
Good.
funny that you say that. No, sorry.
I'll give you some of my dollars. I'll have my fistful of dollars. Give us a little dance there, Amy.
That's really disrespectful, actually.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. I know. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of disrespectful. Forgive me.
It's fine. You can joke like that's. I guess I deserved it, right? Like I don't know.
You
Yeah.
deserve what?
Mm. Well,
Hey,
you got
that's
dollar. You got you're gonna throw me dollars. Like what am I, a stripper? Like I mean, I don't know. What is it? What did that mean? Like honestly, what was he
I
saying
was
there?
I was joking. It's called a joke.
Those was
Joke.
jokes. He was just joking.
It was just
I
joking.
know. All right. All right. I know. I know. It's funny. I can take it. Go ahead. I can
Go
get
ahead.
my balls busted. I don't even have balls, but you can bust my balls. Go ahead.
No, I'll stop there. Sorry about that. Sorry if I offended you.
No,
So,
do it.
no, I already did it.
Bring it. Bring it.
I did it already. All right, I did it. It's done. The deal is
Do
done.
more.
I
No,
busted your balls. I didn't mean. I was just joking. I thought it was good fun. But
it is. It's all in good fun. It's all in good fun.
no,
Anyway,
no, I offended you. I'm sorry.
you did not. You didn't offend
No,
me.
no. Okay, it seemed like I did.
Every
Okay,
time we do these live streams, this always happens. Like
it's
all these
okay.
weird things come out, and like,
It's
why?
fine.
Why
Yeah.
do you
Well,
do this to
well,
us?
we get triggered. So, see, to me, it was just in fun, and obviously, it probably triggered you. I mean, I'll ask. I mean, did it make you feel like a prostitute or something low and bad or something? Like, you know.
Is there somebody who can help me out over here? Like,
Wow.
Yeah. I was actually looking through Chaitanya Lila because there's so many
fine.
instances in
No,
the
I
pastimes
no.
of
Actually,
dancing.
Govinda's fault. He brought up the dancing girls.
Yeah, there was actually a devotee in the Leela who was a worked for the government, and he used to go and spend money in the bars watching dancing girls. The thing is, people, if they look from a material perspective, and we're not asking you to be a dancing girl in that way. It's deep, this thing. But so there's two things. Getting myself into deep here. He's a devotee, even though he went to like dancing bars. But the aspect that Gaur Hari's coming from, and that I'm coming from, is we're dancers for Krishna, and that's what is all in the Leela. We're dancing, and that whole Harinam Sankirtana, Bhagavad Gita is a song, Bhagavatam's a song, Chaitanya Lila is a song, this Sanga's a song, and so from that perspective, the transcendental dance of Chaitanya
Yeah.
across Bhumi
Yeah, that
now,
makes more sense. Okay, that makes a lot
that's
more sense.
perspective
Yeah.
Gaur Hari was coming from, and
All right,
also
that makes more sense. You
Yeah, you
explained.
don't. So you don't know that story, I guess, where Lord Chaitanya made fun of this devotee. He said, he takes the government's money and then spends it on dancing girls. You don't know that, Leela?
No, I don't know that.
Oh well, that was the problem coming from that, and and saying, so I'm saying, yeah, I'll have a fistful of dollars and I'll give it for Amy to dance. And what you're doing is like, this is to me the dance, the dance of Krishna. Like the song of God is Bhagavad Gita.
Okay, that makes
You,
more sense. Yeah.
yeah,
I
yeah,
was thinking of you. Like I thought, I don't know. I thought of it in a different way. Yeah.
yeah. No, this is
But
spirit.
anyway, sorry. Oh, this is really embarrassing.
No,
We're on
no,
the
no.
live.
It's
Okay.
It
clearing things.
happens.
It's clearing
Yeah,
things, Amy. It becomes
Yeah.
clearer to me now that you know the Lila. Everything becomes clearer when we know the Lila. And
yeah,
even hearing it again from Gorhai from me makes things clearer. That's very
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're right. You're right. Makes
Yeah,
it clear.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Makes more sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
No, actually, it happens a lot when sometimes I make jokes, and I'm thinking actually of the Leela, how it works. But if you don't know, maybe I didn't tell this story. You didn't hear this story, and I'm thinking it in those terms. Yeah, he would go see dancing girls. To me, I like to see the dance of the devotees. To me, this is a dance, like. It's a self-expression, dance, self-expression, song, you know, sharing, that kind of thing. Hmm.
I have these weird dreams at night, like where we're on these lives. Like this is so weird. Like I dream at night that we're on the lives together, like, and we're doing this. Like this is happening. Like, so I've had like so many dreams where, and I was just thinking of one where I was just remembering a dream where it didn't actually happen. Like, so this is actually happening. Like, somebody's on the live, like you're there, like I'm here, like, and we're talking and we're having these like all out discussions for like hours, like on end in my head, in the dream, and they're not even real. Like, it's just happening like while I'm sleeping. So I just remembering one just reminded me of something that like I just dreamt the other night, like where we were having some odd discussion, sort of like this. Like, I don't know if it was us four too, like doing this. Like, who knows? Isn't that weird? Like, yeah, that I have these dreams that, and they're not even real. Like, it's inside of my head. Does that make any sense to anybody? Do you guys dream like that or no?
Yeah, I relate to that. You desire to have these questions and answers and discussions.
Yeah.
That's how you
And
desire
talk
it.
like
So
like in some way, yeah. And like this literally, like I feel like this already happened the other night in my dream. Like something like this just happened, like in my dream. Now I'm like sitting here thinking this is exactly like my dream. So I'm sorry I just said that out loud, but
no, it's great.
yeah. All right. I think I'm gonna leave the live though, because I think this is enough.
No, are you really? Well, it's up to you. We would love to have you on. I would like to have you on. So
yeah, I know.
Yeah. So Govinda, you can stay on, and Govinda, give us a word.
yeah. Well, I share it. I mean, I know talking about dreams that you, Amy, say that I have said that appeared in your dreams and as sort of there keeping a big brotherly eye over a situation kind of thing. So that makes me feel kind of, when you shared that to me, very happy, very nice, very a spiritual relationship with you, a care, paternal, a brotherly. But as I shared in class the other day, it's also, you're my big sister. It's not just one way. I learn from you so much. I identify and you help me. You've helped me so much. A lot of people I interact with identify as autistic, and they identify with you. So it helps me in my relationship with them. Yeah, it's really helpful to a lot of people in the world. You coming up and sharing in the way that you do, just being naturally you, because this idea in Vaishnavism that we're perfect in this and perfect in that and people pleasing, you just smash everything by just being your natural self, and that's very, very attractive to people. I could play this in the Witherspoons, and we would be installing deities on the bar counter, I tell you, because you attract people in a spiritual way and in just a way that's natural and real. We will install deities in Witherspoons before ISKCON probably, and there'll be the people, not like, as I said yesterday, joking in my class. Yeah, Derek was saying Witherspoons is the ISKCON. Yeah, yes, Govinda. And I says, yeah, we're going to install you and Ammon in the temple in Witherspoons. Meaning,
yeah. I could see Amy dancing on the bar table there, singing "All glories to Krishna and Guru and the Vaishnava."
Yeah, man. Yeah,
I could just see her dancing with abandon up there. Could you do that? Maybe, David? Would that be fun?
Okay. So for one, I am not dancing on any bar tables. Okay, that's not happening. Any day of the week. So, like any day of the week, that's not happening. So we're just gonna. That's okay though that you said
boundaries. We get the boundaries.
Moving right along, right? Moving right along with that one.
Sorry about that.
I don't know. Like we're gonna probably have to talk about this one. Like I don't know.
Okay, we'll have John Arden dance on the. Will you dance on the bar table? Yeah,
Absolutely, I'll dance on the tables.
Well,
on the
go
bar,
ahead. Yeah, Janardan can dance. He can dance. And I don't know. You got some other girls they can dance on the.
I'll strip for you.
I ain't doing that. I ain't doing it. Me, babe. It ain't me. Okay, it ain't me. I ain't dancing on. I like dancing and stuff, but like not on bar table, not on the fucking bars
Well, see
table
again, Govinda, he brought
or
up
the bar
Witherspoon.
counter. Yeah. So sorry about that one.
Blame Govinda. He brought up Witherspoons and got me connecting things. Yeah, okay. We'll have Govinda and Janardhan dance on the bar tables. And myself, I'll dance on the bar table, singing all glories to Krishna and the Vaishnavas and Prabhupada.
No, okay. I will dance though, but not on the bar table.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
it's
will,
less.
dance though.
It's less dangerous dancing on the floor because you might
Yeah,
fall off a bar
I'll
table
dance
in a
on the
bar.
floor. Yeah, on the
It's
floor.
better on
Yeah.
the floor. Yeah.
It's better on the floor.
Yeah.
We'll go with that. Yeah. We'll hold you to that, Amy. No, we won't. I've got it recorded.
Just a good fun. I can't believe
I'm
we're
going
on
to
live.
sample it into music.
Like, you guys are nuts.
Yeah, sorry about
You're
that.
nuts, Junior. You're nuts.
River always
Yeah.
used to say that. Nuts. Nuts.
You're nuts.
Nuts. It's nuts. Just like that, she would say. Nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that witness testimony of Rivers yesterday, I was just like sobbing and crying. And I saw Derek made a comment and I sort of answered it. Yeah, I miss her.
What is
And I
it? What are
explained
you
to him,
talking about? What river?
I'll share the video out there of River Yamuna's witness testimonial from 2019.
That was
Really?
great.
I missed it.
I'll share it you. I'll tag people
I
in.
want to watch it so bad. Oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah, it was
I'll
great.
tag you.
It
I'll
was
tag
really
everybody in it. I'll tag everybody.
Yeah,
Tag me,
Fani
yeah.
and I watched it yesterday also. It was great.
Oh darn, I missed it because wow, she had testimonies all day. That girl. Oh my god. I miss her too. Yeah, I miss River. I really
But
do. I think about her all the time. You have no idea how much I think about this girl. Sometimes I woke up the one day, right? I must have been having a dream. So I wake up and the first thoughts, like you wake up from a dead sleep. Like, well, I wasn't in a dead. I never am in a dead sleep, but it was like a sleep, an unconsciousness, and then I come into this consciousness. And my first thought is, wait a minute, where's River been? How come we haven't heard from her in a little bit? Like, I don't know why I got confused for a second. Like, and it took me like not many seconds or like not even a minute, like to realize, oh, because she died. That's why. Like, we haven't heard from her. Like like my brain had to like, it's like my brain got confused for a second because I came out of a sleep. I don't know what I was dreaming about. Like, I can't exactly remember. But my first thought was like, wait, how come River hasn't talked to me? Is she mad at me? Where's River been? And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. That's right. Like, she's not here anymore. Like, that's what it is. Yeah. And I was confused for a second because, we were so used to her just being a part of everything, So I had to like process that for a second. And I was like, oh, and I missed her again. And always thinking about just how honest she was and how she would tell you like it was. She had no problem saying, you know what? Fuck you, girl, and fuck you too. Fuck you and fuck you too. And I'm sorry, I know I'm being a little wild by saying that, but it's like she had no problem doing that. Like I know it seemed a little wily at the time, but in a way, like now, like reflecting back on it, it was cool. It was like, yeah, like I don't know, I like that. She had a fire, and we would talk about. I wish that I had a little bit more time to talk to her more, but she kind of at the time was scaring me. I was like a little scared because she would come at me, and I'd be like, like I don't know what to do with this situation. But at the same time, like we had all these wonderful times that we would chat and like realize how alike we were, like more alike than we were different, and we realized that we were actually like oddly very alike and very like, we felt like we were sisters in a sense. I'm like, you're like, and we would say this like behavior, like that we were sisters to each other. So I got to experience at least that bit of it, like, and I had a feeling it wasn't going to last long, like, but I don't know. I don't know. Just yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was great. Like,
Yeah.
well, and she was really she was really empowered, you know, and she
Mm,
made me feel very empowered, and I like that you know, it
mm,
was almost like, come on, like, yeah, it was like girl power kind of like idea. And Lolita and her were like so close. And now me and Lolita are so close. And it's like I love girl power. Anytime there's like any kind of girl power,
mhm, mhm.
Brenda Noodles, like, yeah, girl power, girl power. Not that I don't like the boys, honestly, like you guys are, you know, but it's nice to have like that kind of like a little bit of it's teamwork, you know, and sometimes
Yeah.
it's fun to do girl power. And then
Yeah.
course we're with the boys as well, especially
Mhm.
if you're able to be like with both. But I really like that. I like to have that like bit of I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. So
Yeah.
sorry.
Girl power. I
Yeah,
understand.
girl power.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. 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 I'm sorry. I also that I said what I said there. You know, that was really. Now I got it. You know that it's kind of makes you. Could make you like it feel cheap. You know, like and all
Yeah, well, you know how girls can often feel that
that.
way. So
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you don't
Yeah.
know that because you're a guy, a
Yeah.
man,
Yeah. Yeah.
so you don't understand that, but that's
Yeah.
fine. Like I'm okay with that. Like I know
No,
how guys.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I'm just a fool sometimes. Very foolish. Say foolish things. Yeah, yeah. So sorry about that. Yeah, I
It's
didn't
fine.
mean anything by it, but
I
just
get it.
yeah,
I get it.
yeah. Hmm. All right. Okay. So maybe we'll stop here, huh? For a while. And any closing statements from anybody?
Yeah, River hasn't gone anywhere, is what I was explaining to Derek. She's here,
Hmm.
and in chanting and watching her videos, the clearings of this material world are just being pulled off like panny shares. We've been given the mercy by you, Gorhari, and it's just realizing it deeper and deeper. And these coverings go, and one of them is realizing River's here in spirit, and
Hmm.
we feel that, when we chant her name, at least here and others, the Leet, I believe, also. I'm sure Gorhari, she's here in spirit. So this death thing is another conditioning of our being in the world. She's here. She's in spirit. When we cry, when we look at her videos and they resonate with us, it's spirit to spirit. She's here, man. She's not gone anywhere.
Mhm.
She's here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
very much feel that way. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's just it's like Lord Chaitanya's here. Everybody is here. We're just unmanifest in the because of no physical body, but the spirit is here, and just by mantra, just by like Prabhupada said, I'll live forever in my books because he's living forever anyway. But we got the contact through the word. See, the word resurrects the being again. It's the power of the word. That's why the Lord's name is the same as Him being here. His name is resurrects that for us. See? So getting attracted to Krishna's name and the names of devotees just resurrects there, and we can partake and we can relish their association, even by mantra. It's amazing, actually. That's one of the gifts we get by getting Lord Chaitanya's association. We can relish the memories of transcendental beings, which usually don't have attraction to unless you're somewhat purified. So that's why people remember the people that are material and they're mundane or they're in the world. You remember them, right? You remember them, and that's why they keep promoting. You see, because if you stop promoting, they'll fade away eventually. And they give you just material rasa. It's not really spiritual. See, Krishna's name and pastimes all that give us spiritual connection, and that's why it's uplifting and powerful when you get the attachment to that. So, yeah, and so that's what it's about. That's what we live an empowered life, empowered by the transcendental connection. It's kind of a different lifestyle. Yeah. See, buy your tickets around the world here. Yeah, okay. All right, great. So we'll see everybody later. Thank you, Amy and Janardhan and Govinda for coming on. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. Okay, so let's end the stream here.